Hi, I'm Dave Sweet, and thanks for joining me again. Last time we got together, we talked about terminology that you have to pertain to building our eco-friendly home. Types of walls and windows and all the construction techniques that we needed to do. Today we're going to take it a next step further. We're going to meet with Jen Parsons, and we had met with her once before over at the lot to kind of talk about incentive programs and other things that are being offered for me to build this very eco-friendly, energy-efficient home. But today we're at the Energized Connecticut facility here, and it's really a hands-on demonstration, and she's going to walk us through some of the ideas and options we have for building this new home. Like I said, as the plans all come together, I want to fine-tune all the materials we're picking. So let's go meet Jen inside. Hi Jen, how are you?
Good morning, Dave. I'm well. How are you?
Alrighty. Hey, this looks like a neat facility. Can you show us around?
Welcome. I will.
Awesome. Well, Jen, thanks for taking the time out again and meeting up with me. We walked the lot and you told us something about the incentive programs and all that, and now as the plans are starting to formulate and come together, we got the foundation in, and I'm just trying to finalize a lot of the materials, that we're going to be using in the project. This looks like a neat little place. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, today we are at the Energized Connecticut Center in North Haven, Connecticut. It's a free energy efficiency educational center for anyone in the region to take advantage of. And there are lots of different exciting energy efficiency displays here that I would love to show you and have you consider for your home.
Sure. Show me around.
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
All right.
There are a number of wonderful energy efficiency displays here at the Energized Connecticut Center. The first one we have right here is a smart thermostat. Every home has heating and cooling needs, and a really important way to manage the energy use in your home is to use a programmable and smart thermostat. There are many different options for you to consider, and many of them are programmable on your phone, so you can set it to have the temperature turn on and off at certain times of the day, depending upon if you're going to be at work or out running errands, and have it kick on automatically right when you're about to come home. So I definitely recommend for you and your home a wonderful way to conserve energy and track your energy use by installing a smart thermostat. We have another display I would like to show you right over here. When I visited your home site last time, there was a lot of tree cover. I wasn't exactly sure if you had considered wanting to install a photovoltaic, a solar PV type assembly on your home, but it's a great option for many homes that have sun exposure to take advantage of that renewable energy resource and lower your electric bills by generating your own energy on your own house.
Yeah, we really are fully vested on doing some kind of solar approach on here. So we even had the architect lay out on the roof what it would look like if we had a solar array of PV. This would really offset the electrical use, but what I'm trying to do is also lower the usage to begin with. So are there any suggestions, maybe on appliances or other things that we would need to make our usage much lower?
Yes, if we take a walk this way, there's a number of Energy Star appliances and mechanical systems that I would love to show you.
Okay, awesome.
One of the pieces of equipment that uses a lot of electricity or energy is your water heater. There are a couple different choices, and it depends on the fuel that you have available in your home. I know in your home, Dave, you're considering using an Energy Star electric heat pump water heater, which is a very efficient choice for many homes. But there are other water heating options for folks that might have natural gas or propane. So if you take a look behind you, this is called a tankless water heater. Okay. They make Energy Star models of this, and it is very efficient. They are natural gas fired or propane fired, and instead of having a tank that's continually heating that water all day long, it's tankless. So there's a very small amount of water in here ready to go, but then it instantaneously heats up water as you use it. So it only is heating what you need when you need it.
Unfortunately, so there is no natural gas main. Again, we have to drill a well. There's not even city water there, so we have a private septic system, a private well, and then, so to me it only made sense maybe if we, stick to an electric type device in this particular home because of the location and all that.
Another important component of constructing a new home is the thermal boundary, so the insulation that you use to keep the heat in the wintertime and the cooling in the summertime.
Yeah.
So over here we have a great display that shows all sorts of different insulation options that you as a builder and other homeowners would have to consider. There's fiberglass, the typical pink bat that's been around for many, many years.
Yeah, it seems to be the most common.
Most common.
You see some kind of fiberglass bat, yeah.
Yep, usually the least expensive, but doesn't have as great of an R value. And the R value is, the greater R value means it's a better insulator.
Oh, okay.
So has been used for years, but if you're building a new home, you might want to consider other insulation types as well. A really sustainable type of insulation to consider is called cellulose. It's made primarily of recycled newsprint material and then treated with a fire retardant and insect repellent chemical. It's very inexpensive, it's easy to install in many different wall cavities in existing and in new homes, and it's very cost effective and it has a really good R value.
Well, I've heard good things about it too, because it doesn't absorb the moisture the way that some other materials, especially comparing it to a fiberglass bat, you know, moisture and stuff in the walls, that cellulose is a better route to go.
Yes, it is for sure. There's also rigid foam boards such as polyisocyanurate, which is a really great material to wrap on the exterior of your home to give it an extra R value to make it even more efficient and reduce your energy bills for years to come. And then there's closed and open cell spray foam.
I always wanted to know, what's the difference between the two, closed and open cell?
You can see a visual. It's a little hard to tell maybe, but the open cell doesn't have as high of an R value. It tends to be a little bit less expensive.
We're moving forward, and I kind of think that what we're going to do is more of a traditional framing method. We call it advanced framing, and then on the outside we're going to wrap it, the whole envelope, as we say, completely around the roof and the walls, all continuously, with some type of rigid, and it'll probably be the polyiso is what we're looking at. It kind of made a lot of sense, you know, use traditional framing that the average builder or local authorities are familiar with, and then really insulate that well. Another thought of mine, you know, we just covered a little bit of the water heating and insulation, all that other thing, is the lighting. You know, you tend to use so many light bulbs. The house I'm in right now, nothing, it's like lit up right.
Great, we have a display here I would really like to show you, and it goes over all the different bulb options that there are on the market. LED technology, light emitting diode technology, is a really energy efficient and excellent high quality product. In the LED technology, there's many different styles depending upon the application you're going to be placing it in, whether it's a lamp, a exterior fixture, a regular light fixture on your ceiling, or some recessed can lights. There's options to fill all of those different bulb types.
Okay, yeah, we were thinking about a lot of recess, just we like the way they look and trim out, and you know, we could insulate around them and do some other things. So yeah, well, LED sounds like the way to go on there. But now the next thing I really was thinking about is appliances. Between my wife's taste and what she wants, and me, you know, I want to have real energy efficient. You know, I want to have some choices along. Is there anything you can show us?
Yeah, if we head over here, there are many different options when it comes to picking out appliances for your new or existing home. You always want to pay attention to the Energy Star certification of an appliance. The Energy Star certification on an appliance means that it's been through rigorous testing to verify the energy use of the appliance and the warranty and the quality of the product, so that you'll have an appliance that will use the least amount of energy and will work to your needs. So when you're purchasing appliances for your home, you always want to pay attention to the yellow energy guide that will come with the appliance. It offers an easy to understand scale between how much a typical appliance will use, the range, and then how much energy based on a national average the appliance that you are looking at will use. So you can use this to compare many different types of the same type of appliance.
Hey, that was some great information, but I just, you know, in departing, I wanted to talk to you about that preliminary report I had from the HERS rater. Maybe I could show you. Does this make any sense, all these numbers here and going down? And
on a HERS score, 0 is the most efficient that you can get. Sometimes you can even get below 0. And 100 is the least efficient, so you work backwards, and 0 is closer to zero energy. So at a 47, that's a really great starting point. If you're going to add extra foundation insulation to your foundation, if you add solar panels, you can get down to a score of 5, which is fantastic.
That does sound good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes. If you put the solar panels on as they have it designed here in your preliminary HERS rating, you can get a score of 5, which is wonderful.
So that's almost very low, almost zero,
Almost
but very
zero.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be generating almost as much electricity as you're going to be using. A typical house that's built just to meet building code will get a score of 100. So you are going to be a lot better than that.
Well, that's good to know. That's a nice basis.
If everybody works together, I think you'll have a really great final home product and get a really low HERS score and be happy with the results for years to come.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you look forward to that. So yeah, I think that would be almost like our next step, on the sidebars. Try to bring those team members together and try to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Excellent. Sounds great. Well, I'm excited.
Great.
Good luck.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Well, that was awesome. I got some great information here, like I say, what kind of electrical and lighting and appliances to heating stuff to choose. And we'll probably be talking with Jen again at some point as we get closer to actually picking that equipment, but at least now we're working around it. So, stay tuned. Next episode, we're going to talk about windows and doors. There's a lot to choose in this whole construction process here. I think it's very informative to pick the right window and the right doors for insulation value, infiltration, all those other stuff. And we're going to meet with an expert, and they're going to go through all the different possibilities. So, till then, enjoy.